Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Nick here with you. The chicken coop's really coming together. I'm kind of at the final mile here as far as having it ready to put the chickens inside of it. Got basically all four walls up. Got the people door on. Roof is on. I still need to put metal roofing on, but I got the vapor barrier up like I was talking about. So that's kind of an afterthought. I could probably leave this for a few weeks, and the vapor barrier is going to keep the water from hurting the plywood roof. We've got the chicken door on order that's going to go on this end. It's one of the Omelette brand automatic doors that it's solar powered. You can set it to run off of daylight or off of a timer. It was about $180, but to me that's worth it, just to automate that part of the process, so I'm not having to go out twice a day at the very beginning of the day. And this time of year here, I mean, we're getting to a point where sunrise is going to be before 5 a.m. Sunset's pretty late, so I don't really want to have to be tied to anything like that I can automate. I'll show you guys what we've done. If you've watched some of the previous videos, you know that I've put wheels on here, and then my plan is to put some like 2x4 or 2x3 handles on it to give me leverage to move it. It's pretty heavy, so I don't know if that's going to work or if I'm going to have to put another set of wheels up front. I'll just show you. This is the people door. I'm not a skilled carpenter or anything, so this is good enough. There's no big gaps. I do need to seal back up here. You can't really see it, but there's like a 2 or 3 inch gap that some predators could probably get through. It's just a basic door. I think it's about, the actual opening's probably like 21 inches, which is plenty. I mean, I can get in here. Got access to everything I need. I'll hang the food and the water from the rafters that you see up here. And the door closes tight, which is important. And other than the chicken door, the main thing I got to finish is this nest box. A lot of times you'll see people make them so that they open from the top. I actually saw some designs online. I didn't get large enough hinges is basically the issue I have. This would be on. But this is just the panel I built as some of the pine. And then I'll hinge it either on the bottom or the top. I haven't really decided which is better. Like, do I want it to fail closed, or is it easier just to, when it's open, have it stay open so you're not... I mean, the thing about hinging it from the top with the layout I have is you can also just throw it and it's going to sit on top of the roof of the nest box. So either direction I go, it'll be out of the way. You're not going to have to hold it out of the way when you're getting the eggs. That's the bulk of it, guys. I mean, I'll do a walk around. It's not very expensive to do this. I mean, it does cost some money for the materials, but if you don't want to go with all new stuff, you could use recycled wood. Wouldn't really be very hard to do. I've done it that way in the past. We had the money to do it up a little bit nicer. And you can see, like, I've made some mistakes. Things weren't quite square. I didn't really come together perfectly on this corner. And then this is kind of a rough cut if you're standing here in person, but I can trim that out with just some of that cheap strapping material. So I'll trim it up a bit. I might trim this boo-boo up. But honestly, guys, it's a good way to practice construction skills, gain a little bit of confidence, and if you mess something up, I mean, honestly, as long as you don't leave any big gaps that predators can get into, or there's going to be like a crazy draft. I mean, if some things come out a little bit ugly or not quite what you wanted, it's pretty low stakes to mess that up on a chicken coop. So then down the road, you've got a little bit more practice. If you're going to build like a larger shed or outbuilding or do an addition on your home, like this is a good low barrier to entry, and it doesn't take a lot of tools. I have a chop saw, a nailer, all that stuff, but honestly, you could do it with one of this. You could pretty much do this build. It would take a little bit longer, and the cuts might not come out as nice, but again, it's not really critical. The chickens aren't going to care. If you have a skill saw, a drill, and an impact driver, and then obviously you need all the right hardware and stuff, and the lumber, but in terms of the tools involved, that's pretty much it for power tools. And then you need a tape measure, a speed square. You might want like a hammer or something to tap stuff into place. Those are all basic tools that, whether you're homesteading or not, if you're a homeowner, I would put those pretty high on the priority list ahead of a lot of the cool survival and farming gear that people plow a bunch of money into. Those are pretty basic, and they allow you to do stuff like this. All right, thanks guys. I would say check back in probably in 5-6 more days. We'll have the chickens in here one way or the other. I'll kind of give you an update. They're growing really fast. Give you an update on where we are. That'll put us about almost a month into the process since they started to hatch. And if you haven't, guys, check out the channel. Consider liking and subscribing. Thanks.